Welcome back. Well, as I said at the top of the show, probably any time of the year is good for new windows, but I think the two times of the year that are really important is when it gets really cold and when it gets really hot. Republic Windows, great company, been around for 24 years,
Well,
right?
we have a birthday coming up, April 1st, April Fool's Day, so you can never forget your anniversary.
Hey,
Yeah,
let
24
me
years.
introduce you,
Okay,
John
thank
Gunnison,
you.
who's been here before. We have Tim Whitaker.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
And you are a salesperson?
I am a salesperson, yes. I'm the first point of contact, so if anyone here is interested, then I come out to the home, I'll visit, show samples, answer any questions, take some rough measurements, give them a cost, and then one of the advantages of our company that we think is a little better is that if they move ahead, John, the owner, actually comes out to the home. It's very rare that does. So he'll come out and do exact measurements, and as the owner, he just likes to make a personal contact with everybody. So look them in their eye, thank them. So it's a very personal touch. It kind of separates us.
I think
from other
that's
companies.
special. I
Yeah.
really do.
I do too. I don't know of any other company that does that.
No, I don't. And I think it's reassuring to people because they see the person that owns the company. So if they have a concern or they have questions, obviously you're there for them.
Correct.
But they know they can contact you. It's
Yes.
your business.
Yeah, I think it's important.
it's
And you know,
great.
we've been here a short 24 years. I mean,
Yeah.
April
Yeah.
1st. So we were licensed in '92, and we've been here. And you know, what I tell people is that in California, as anywhere, but if you don't do a good job, the market will put you out of business.
Yeah,
And so we've been
especially
here,
now.
We've been here 24 years, and so I think we've.
Yeah.
You know, we're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we do strive to do a very good job for people. We have great installers, so I think we're real proud of what we do. And we have very competitive pricing, but most of all, we've been here a long time. So if people pick up the phone, they're going to get an answer.
Yeah,
You know,
tell me about
for
the
sure.
licensing.
Yeah, the licensing thing has
is
changed.
everyone licensed, or how,
Well,
how does that all
first
work?
of all, we're a licensed company. We have licensed, bonded, and assured. That's on our side. The licensing issue has, or the permitting issue has changed in Laguna Woods here,
Right.
because it used to be about a month ago you could just get a $10 permit from the actual homeowners association, and then we would install the windows. Now the city of Laguna Woods is involved, and so now it's a two-step process. You have to take the permit from Anna downstairs, and you
Okay.
take that packet of information, you have to take that across the street, and then I have to have my licensing, my bonding and insurances for them, and then we have to get a permit, secure a permit through the city. And then that permitting process then
Okay.
it takes an inspection, and so it's a little bit more complicated than it was a month ago.
But you take care of that?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's a no-cost service that we provide.
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
that's
It makes
good.
it a lot easier.
It does.
Yeah.
Tim, when you go out to someone's home, it can be confusing to people, and I know that. I know a few years back when we got some new windows, and you're looking at all the different kinds that are out there. Tell me what you do as far as, do you bring out samples?
I do. I bring out samples, I educate them, as long as they'll have questions. So we kind of pride ourselves as a no-pressure company. We want to educate you first. You know, they'll have questions of pros and cons. They've heard this. There's a lot of misleading things out there. So I'll just kind of set them down, give them a little information on us, and kind of talk about what their priorities are. Is it energy efficiency? Is it noise reduction? Is it functionality, security? What they're looking for, and just kind of show them the samples, show them the features that it does have, and just guide them in the right direction for what they're looking for. So their needs first. And so it just simplifies it. We don't want to it's Windows, so there's a lot of benefits, but we don't want to inundate them with information that's really not needed. So just educate them, make them feel comfortable, tell them what we do, here's the cost, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, and I think that's important. You hear about all the different types of windows that are out there. They might go, well, what are double hung, what are single hung, what are casement, those kinds of things.
Correct.
Right.
And probably more often than not, people go for the sliders because they're easier to handle. And I know
Right.
a lot of them have now something that I forget the actual name nomenclature for it, but for
Different
arthritis.
locking. There's two different locking mechanisms. It's one is a cam lock, a little harder to operate. Now they have a single point locking system that doesn't take much to open. So yeah, those are things that Tim will demonstrate, and it's not rocket science. It's pretty easy to deal with, but it's really good to have somebody explain it.
Yeah.
And then it's also good to have somebody come out. I've done 20,000 windows with my own hands, which is why I measure. I think it's really important to measure, and you have to measure correctly so we
Yeah.
don't make any mistakes. We only want to bother the homeowner one day, you
Yeah.
know, so we come in and install their windows.
It's
We don't want any mistakes.
the old saying by Norm Abram, Norm Abram of This Old House always said
Sure.
that, you measure twice and you
And
cut once.
That's right.
Yeah,
Twice and
exactly.
cut once, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's a big thing. The last thing you want
Right.
is the installers to come out and, those windows are set to go in and you
there's a
find out
mistake.
there's a
Right.
mistake.
Yeah, it's also,
Yeah.
the village isn't, I mean, this Laguna Woods is hard to navigate from a
Yeah.
geographic standpoint sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's good for me to tell people, hey, you have to turn right here and go, give them the directions so it's not really confusing getting everybody in here.
Yeah.
Through the gates and through the maze of the streets in here, it's not as easy as
Exactly.
it is, yeah.
And Tim, for the most part, these can be done in one day.
Yeah,
right?
that's one of the advantages we do. Everything is, unless it's a huge job, but everything in the woods here is all done in one day.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the purpose of John coming back out. He'll come out, I've got rough measurements, he'll do exact measurements. We do everything in one day, so he'll determine do we want 2 men on the job, 4 men on the job. If there's any special nuances that might be on a project, he'll make assessments of that. Kind of goes back to what he was talking about, is that when we go out there, we want to make sure everything's done right the first time. And so he'll make those little notations, give it exact instructions to the installer, so everything is done correct the first time.
Yeah,
So that's
exactly.
key.
It makes a big difference.
And what's interesting is that the way these are put in nowadays, as far as replacement windows, is that the aluminum frame of the old windows stays
in.
there, and this thing just claps over it, right?
Right. It
Yeah,
cl- it
and
goes
that's how
over.
you can do it so quickly.
Yeah,
Right.
and that makes a big difference, and it really helps us, and it's really a beautiful installation once it gets done. And I think people forget too that it's not just energy efficiency; it's kind of an entire environmental change
It
in
is,
their house.
yeah.
Because
Mhm.
dust,
Without question.
wind, rattle of the windows, energy efficiency, the sun damage on the interior of their homes. It's an environmental change. I keep hearing. We just finished Virginia Brunt, I think last week.
Oh, yeah?
And she couldn't believe it. I went back out. We're going to do some blinds for her and some other things. And it was terrific. She just thought that was just wonderful. It made
Yeah.
an entire change in her house.
Now, let me ask you, some people here do remodeling. They add an addition.
Yes.
Can you put in windows for that, new
Oh, sure,
construction?
absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we do new construction, and we do an awful, I've been a general contractor for 32 years.
Yeah.
We specialize in windows and patio doors and all sorts of doors, everything on the exterior of the envelope of the house. But we do kitchen and bathroom remodels and a variety of other things, so.
All right.
Yeah, you bet.
Fantastic. Great to have you guys both on.
Pleasure
Nice to
being
meet
here.
you, Tim.
Nice to meet
And
you.
I'm sure I'll see you again.
Yes,
All
you
right,
will.
John, I know I'll see you again as
Yeah,
well.
thank you very much.
Republic Windows, the number is 949-462-9190. And the website should be very easy to remember. You can put in Republic Windows, but here's an easier one, LagunaWoodsWindows.com. How easy is that? So you go to that, and then it gets you into their main site and set up an appointment.
And
till
don't
they come
forget,
out.
we have a $200 coupon, a gift coupon.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's a discount on their job. So you have to go to the website, print it off, and present it to Tim when he comes down. So,
All right, very good. Hey,
fantastic.
Thank you.
all right, we'll see you again, and we'll be right back.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
All right.
Thank you.